I met my husband at 16 after being in a series of toxic relationships. I was a party girl and he was a local minister. Despite my lifestyle, he treated me like a queen and constantly showed me my worth. Shortly after, I gave my life to Christ. We got engaged and married at the age of 18 and 20. We've built so much together, establishing everything from the ground up with little support. 3 years into our marriage, we welcomed our first set of twins. 2 years later, we welcomed our second set. Now we are full-time creators who display how amazing young marriage and family can be when you let God write your love story.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is a very interesting video as always. It's about this beautiful couple that you just saw. This beautiful couple has filed for a divorce, and this is more like their backstory on how they got here. So this couple is known as the Johnson family of Atlanta. They are content creators. They are well known, and if you don't know about them, you heard them for the first time. Me too. You're not alone, okay? But the kind of conversation their relationship and their divorce has brought is really, really interesting, and I need you guys to catch up with it. So allegedly, the wife is accusing the husband for cheating, and they've been married for 8 years. They have 6 children together, 6 boys together. And first, it was the man that released a statement, which I'm going to read in a minute now, released a statement to announce to the public that their marriage of 8 years is over and all that. But when the wife decided to respond and release her statement, she alleged that this man has repeatedly cheated on her over the years, and it was the last event that just made her to take this action to call off the relationship, which I find is very interesting and got a lot of people talking. But let me go read their statement so you get full context, okay? So I'm going to read the man's statement first, his own statement of divorce, because now he has taken it down. He's no longer there after the wife called him out for cheating in the relationship, and that was what led to the divorce. So I'm going to read now, okay? So this was his own statement. He said, as the new year unfolds, it's brought with it a time to deep reflect an important life decision. I have embarked on a journey of self-discovering, asking myself fundamental questions about who I am and what I truly desire from life. Looking back on the past decade, I realized how much of my energy was devoted to building business, church, social media presence, and brand. Yet, in the pursuit, I have inadvertently neglected to nurture my own internal growth. After 8 years of marriage, I have reached the difficult conclusion that I said, I have reached the difficult conclusion that it is time for me to move on and seek a divorce. This decision was not arrived at lightly. It was a product of extensive self-examination, prayers, and seeking wise counseling. I understand that letting go of the image of my marriage is daunted. But after much contemplation, I have realized that my love has wandered and its essence for me to pursue a path that aligns with my heart. I am incredibly proud of the accomplishment of the last 8 years, most notably being a father to an amazing, handsome sons. We call the children name, which I'm not going to call. They are the true beacon of my life work. I am not without flaws, none have I ever claimed to be. I own my mistake, including an emotionally affair with a colleague. It's important to emphasize that my choice to get a divorce is rooted in my endless desire of the flesh started to focus on my personal healing journey and future endeavor. I extend my deepest gratitude to all our supporters. Your unwavering support has been the cornerstone of the Johnson family of Atlanta success. The legacy we have built together will continue to strive. Your support throughout the years have been invaluable, and for that I am eternally grateful. So that was his own statement, which I find his own statement very, very interesting, because it was almost like I. So after he posted it, I think a couple of days ago, his wife now posted her own. But now presently filming this video, his own is no longer online. He took it down immediately. His wife posted hers, and this is what she has to say. She said, after 8 years of marriage, I am getting a divorce. Since the onset of November 2023, my husband has been involved in an affair with a fellow participant of his comic endeavor. This is not an isolated instance, but rather a recurrent pattern of behavior. Despite the gravity of this situation, it was the final incident that compelled me to take this decisive action. Over the span of our decade-long journey together, I have been subjected to various forms of disheartening behavior, and throughout the ordeal, I have maintained my silence and remained steadfast in my loyalty to my husband, all in attempt to shield his public image from the taint of such scandal. In spite of my husband failing, my affection for him remained unshakable. I have conceived a family with him, nurtured the hope that he will evolve into the man his perspective words suggested, but his action contradicted. As profoundly painful as this experience is, I am confident that better days are lies ahead of me. I have devoted these past years to uphold my commitment to my husband, expressing my love for him, and fostering our family. Regardless of any scandalous accusation he may seek to level against me, my devotion to my husband throughout our matrimonial journey has been unequivocal and unwaveringly. When the time is right, I will share more about my personal journey to our amazing audience who has accompanied Justin and I over the years. We will endeavor to share our co-parenting journey with you across all our shared platform and channel. I am deeply grateful for your prayers and for the consistent support that you have extended to my family and I. As I turn the page to this chapter, I am stepping into a new era of freedom and liberation with heartfelt gratitude. Mahogany. So that was our own side of the story, which I find really, really interesting because it's almost like they are both contradicting themselves. He was like, oh, I'm on a journey and all that, self-discovery and all that. While she was like, straight up, you cheated and I put up with a whole lot of BS in this marriage, but now I have taken the decision to end. He said he asked for a divorce. She said he asked for a divorce. But their divorce has struck a bigger conversation because they are well-known YouTube or family of content creators, so they know them on YouTube and on TikTok. So this has struck a bigger conversation, which may I have a lot to say because now they shared 6 children together and now it has ended, which you guys know how I feel. If you're an OG, you know how I feel. Anyway, guys, let's go hear people's thoughts on this. Then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts. But please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this story and the entire conversation about being together for that long and also being cheated on, having 6 children and all that. Go ahead and share your thoughts. So let's go hear people's thoughts and then we'll come back and talk more.
Okay, here's another episode of me not minding my own business. So apparently one of these TikTok couples, Facebook couples, they breaking up. The Jacksons of Atlanta. She got 6 sons with this man. Now this is my opinion. Don't let that man leave you and make you take care of them 6 kids on your own. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't mean child support. Child support. Do you understand? Let him get the full visit, the full custody, and you get your part-time and your weekend visitation. Do you understand? Do not let him bamboozle you. Do not let the system bamboozle you into being a single mom of 6 boys. What the That's my opinion. I'm sorry that they getting a divorce. I wish they could work it out, blah, blah, blah. But don't let them do it.
Okay, so good rising, you guys. Listen, I made another TikTok earlier this rising, like right when I woke up, because these issues that are for whatever reason making their way to me have really vexed me. And this isn't the first time. It's been vexing me for a really, really long time now. Now, I just woke up to information about yet another woman who was married to her husband, supposedly faithful to him the whole entire time. And this is a local, not a local, but this is a YouTuber by the name of Mahogany J. Go check out her story. The young lady says that her husband has been cheating on her and she has done her best to stand, stick beside him like most of us ladies tend to do. And now, unfortunately, she has to share the news of their divorce. All I can hope and pray for is that he doesn't wind up hurting her, or, you know, like some of the other ladies who I've seen go this route. In that man's case, I really think he was secretly gay, but that's just my opinion. Like and follow for more.
I got it on, and we're going to talk about it. Now, get in here so we can get on this right here, because then I get to preach a little bit right here. So, I don't know this family. I have never heard of them, not familiar with any of their YouTube or, you know, things like that. But I did see this. And it rung off a few bells for me. One of the bells that it rung off for me was for the brigades of people. I want to know for those people who stand. And this is where your stance is, talk to me in the comments and let me know. But for the people who stand by, you need to become a wife before you become a baby mama. In a situation like this. Because we never know. But look at this baby. She's still young, and then she got 6 kids under 6, and she's about to become a single mom. What you got to say about situations like that? Oh, well, it's okay because she got married first? That makes it okay? I just want to understand your stance on that. If you're one of those people who believe in you should be married before you have, because from what I'm seeing, being married equals being cheated on. Now I'm gonna give it to you right here. You can pause to read the statements. I'm gonna recap them for you because I know how y'all be. I ain't reading all that, or you can read it for yourself. But I'm gonna recap it also.
Okay, that was the statement.
Now, her statement and his statement, they were alike, but they were very different. She put it out there that basically she was trying to do with her family. She was being a wife. She was doing what she was supposed to do, everything she thought she was supposed to do. She even put up with a little cheat. You know, when he did a little cheat, sneak, creep, before she put up with it, she said, but this time, enough was enough. And then the wording, I paid attention to the way she worded it. She did not word it and say that it was a woman. She said it was a person he was doing his comedy skits with. Now, I said, I don't follow his people. I don't know nothing about his comedy skits endeavor, nothing like that. But the way she worded that and the hurt that you can read in that statement, it was another man. And then on his, he said he had an emotional affair. He didn't say it was physical. He said it was emotional. He also said he was going to take this time to go and to explore himself. I'm going to tell you what I interpreted too. I interpreted that to, I think I'm bi and I want to try this side. That's what I am. But anyhow, as I said, for those of you who stand in the space of you need to be married before you go out here and have babies and all this, how y'all feel about this? Let's talk about it. Drop down in the comments and we're going to discuss it. Because I'm very curious. Very, very curious to hear your perspective.
Now, I don't know if y'all are familiar with this family. It says it's the Jackson family or whatever. But, like, this lady has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children because she got one on the way. And she posted that she's divorcing her husband because apparently he was cheating on her when he started his little comedy thing or whatever. And she talked about how she went through a decade long of, trials and tribulations per se with her husband. She thought having a family with him would make things better. In so many words, in this statement that she made, you can tell that this woman probably kept having children thinking that it would keep him, or probably thinking that it would make him love her more. Okay. And this is why, like, I've been married twice. This is why I feel like, and I really try to explain to women why, for one, it is important for you to realize marriage is not something that you need in your life. And then two, never wrap your identity into marriage and your husband. I did it when I was married to my ex-husband. My whole identity was, I'm a married woman. But I really was a single married woman. This woman more so was more alone and unhappy than she was with just the vanity of being married. A lot of black women like to, put the facade of like, oh, honey, I got the ring, my man, we happy, but in closed doors, you going through hell. And
it's just so unfortunate, like, to see that she has 6 children that she's going to have to take her on her own. I can already tell that the custody battle is going to be a struggle, as well as child support. She's going to go through hell to get child support. This is why I try to explain to women why it is important to never let a man take you out of the game. I don't give a damn if you door dashing while your kids are at school, or you working part-time as a teller at the bank from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. You need to always keep some form of money, because a man will eventually decide if he wants you or don't want you no more. Like, and quiet as it's kept, most women stay in marriages based on the tolerance of a man. And like she said, she been through a lot, and her love was unwavering and unshakable. That's true. I went through it too. I knew I should have got out of my marriage probably in year 4, but I stayed till year 7, and I didn't walk away. He filed for divorce. I would have still been staying, even though he came home with makeup on his shirt. Even though he told me he didn't want to pay bills no more, he wanted us to live as roommates, I was still willing to do it, all because I had the idea that this is my husband. I got a husband. But I really hate to see this happen, because this is going to, I hope it makes her stronger. But I can tell, with this woman having this many kids under the age of like 10 or 5, and with her probably not working hardly a day in her life, really, I would say, because she said that they met like when she was like young, straight out of high school or something, and she was a party girl and he was like a churchy boy or whatever. And she probably fell in that institutional image of like, oh, I just want to be a stay-at-home wife, have a baby, and go from there, whatever case may be. Who knows? But to let a man sit up here and get you pregnant this much back to back, knowing that you have problems in your marriage, it's just, like, sometimes I feel like as women, you got to take some sort of accountability yourself, like married or not. Like, a lot of people try to dig on single mothers, like, oh, you should have learned to pick the right guy. You, as married women, y'all got to hold married women accountable too. Like, you can't be sitting up here just getting pregnant thinking that this is going to change the course of y'all relationship and maybe y'all will get better. Like, y'all didn't learn nothing from Lisa from Married to Medicine when she was trying to get pregnant, thinking that would keep Dr. whatever his name home. No, he was out here playing with little boy's tail. But like, women have really got to wise up when it comes to marriage. I don't care if you're trying to be a trad wife, a stay-at-home girlfriend, stay-at-home wife, soft life, hard wig, soft life, whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. At the end of the day, your life is contingent upon how long that man is willing to deal with you. Period. I don't care. All these girls, y'all can sit up here and say, oh, me and my man, we happy in our marriage. My man, thank you to my man. It's all good until that he tired. Or he don't want you no more. And then I'm on my grind, standing on business, da 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 da. Stop wrapping your identity and your full life into marriage. Continue to be your own person, and take control of your body. Just because you married don't mean that you just file up and lay up and have 7, 8, 9 kids. Like, it's just to me, I just think it's not plausible. Like, when I was married, I tried to secretly get my tubes tied, right? But at my doctor's office, I had signed a waiver to get my tubes tied, because at the time it was going to be 3. But when we got to the doctor, because I had to have cesareans, when we got to the hospital for my pre-op, I had to sign paperwork over again. And my ex-husband was there. My husband was there with me at that time. And he was looking at me crazy, like, are you finna sign, paperwork to get your tubes tied? And I kept trying to inadvertently tell the nurse, like, oh, I've already signed paperwork. My paperwork's complete. Just so she could get the picture, like, stop asking me this shit to him. But she was like, oh, well, no, we need to, we have our own separate paperwork. So I did not get my tubes tied because I knew my ex-husband was going to have an issue with it. But women, like, y'all have seriously, if you know you having a hard time in your marriage, please stop getting pregnant. Just stop having these kids. Like, there's 6 kids. Like, yes, she gonna get food stamps, she gonna get Medicaid, but where is the income gonna come in at? And she about to have this baby, so she gonna be out of work again. And I know she probably gonna want to run to work. Like, God knows how long she's been out of the working field and stuff like that. I don't know what skills she carries. I mean, maybe she can be a content creator and make decent money from that, but it's still gonna be hard, because creating content is a lot, and then still trying to run after these kids under 10 where they're not self-sufficient, they're still in pull-ups and all that kind of stuff. I really hope and pray she gets a really good amount of alimony as well as child support from this man, because sis is going to need it. Like, this is just heartbreaking. I really hate to see it, but I'm not surprised. Like, this is what happens when women give their all into a marriage knowing that they man does not deserve all of them, or knowing that the man has tarnished, right, the amount of love that he should be getting from her. Like, I'm sure she has fallen out of love with this man a multitude of times, knowing the stuff that they done been through. Being together for a decade, you gonna go through some shit. Y'all done put your hands on each other. Y'all done moved in, moved out with each other. Like, you done stayed at your mama house for a little bit. He done went to his homeboy house for a little bit. Y'all done been through things in that long period of time. Because even in 7 years, you go through them same kind of things. So anybody that's been married longer than 5 years, you done been through all of those, like, types of things in your marriage. And just to walk away broken, your youth stolen from you, your earning potential really shot because of all the little children that you have to take care of, it's just really sad. Like, this is all the more confirmation of why I need to finish writing my book about divorce for Black women, because this is just like, we have really got to wise up. Now, white women typically, when they get divorced, they walk away with a pretty decent amount of money. Like, they get away with it a lot. But when Black women, we typically walk away with nothing. So, ladies, y'all have got to start, when y'all start getting these income taxes and all that type of shit, be smart, man. The way you able to pay to go do a night nanny and all this kind of shit, pay to see a financial planner or a financial advisor once a year, or a CPA. Pay somebody to go over your finances with you. Pay somebody to review your finances with you, your life insurance policies, all that shit once a year. When you get your tax money, like, be diligent, because at the end of the day, marriage is based on a contract and how much that man is willing to still deal with you. Yes, I know women file for the divorce mostly, but a lot of women stay in marriages because of financial, like, issues. They don't want to be by themselves. They don't want to have the embarrassment of being, like, in a failed marriage, and they don't want to financially take care of bills on their own because they got so many kids. The one thing I did learn and that I researched when I was going through a divorce was how why do women struggle so much after divorce. It was all finances. Everything that I found, from, Pew Research all the way up to YouTube, just women talking like old school stuff, like from the 80s and 90s on TV shows and stuff, finances is the number one reason why women struggle. And I just really feel like women, ladies, you have got to, no matter how much soft life you want, you have got to be on your cue, keeping up your money, and stop having all of these children, because it is a possibility he could leave you one day. It's cute and it's fun to be blissful in your marriage, but please stop laying up getting pregnant and knowing that if something happens, you got to take care of the kids on your own.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. I'd love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. You're on this channel. We are allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So feel free, share your opinion, okay? Your opinion is welcome. Yeah, we're allowed to disagree. Yeah, okay? So feel free, share your opinion. So I really like what most of the sisters were saying. Like, it just makes a whole lot of sense. I don't know if I'm going to do the men version or even add some of the men's onto this. Just thought about this now. But it's really interesting to know how this dynamic, and this is why I said it's a bigger, very interesting conversation, is that a whole lot of women, she said it, like the lady in the marriage said it, that, oh, she has been through hell this last, in the course of this relationship, in the course of this marriage. So why do you continue having children? And this is why we always have this conversation here, why I said women, I'm not saying you should not have kids. I'm not saying that everybody has to be child-free, but be very, very, very intentional why you choose to have kids. Be very, very intentional with your life decision, because whether you like it or not, most of these men, they are very intentional with it, while we were usually very, very emotional with it. And we always want to go with what society has presented to us, what society has inducted to us, rather than we to really sit down and think about why are we doing this, and if this action, how does it benefit us in the long run if things go left. Because I feel like if this woman was thinking about herself, she won't let herself go to have 6 children. Yes, I think there was like 2 sets of twins and all that. But even with the first set of twins, you're like, you know what, I'm done. Why did she have to put herself to do that? And whether I would like it or not, somebody was like, oh, the man is the one going to take care of the children. Like the first lady was saying that, no, she should not take care of, she should not have the children. She should have the focus, the man should have full custody. I really wish she can do that, because most times there's this guilt trip, especially in my own society. I like talking about my own society with you guys because these are some crazy things up there. This always guilt trip. They always make mothers feel like they have to be the ones to hold on to the children when these marriages don't work, and these men go ahead to live their baby boy life. They are single. They are live their single life while you are a single mother with kids that you are trying to provide for, and sometimes some of them don't even bring the financial support, so you end up being a single parent to these children. And there's something here in my society and in my culture they always say, and most men, they don't care. The ones that don't want to take care of their family, they don't feel guilty about that, because they will tell you, when the child grow up, the child will look for me. Because most times when these children grow up, they will ask a question about their father and they will go meet their father. And sometimes they will reconcile with their father. So why can't we women, to the way these men, they can leave these children 100% custody with the mothers? Why can't we women do the same? So I really wish she can do this, because 6 children is a whole lot to take, and they are little children, so this is going to take a whole lot of her time. Yeah, she's a content creator and probably she's making a comfortable amount of money, but whether she likes it or not, the workload for her is now 10 times. Why this man will go ahead and live his life and live a single life and do whatever I want, why she should stuck with children. And this is why I said, especially with children, be very, 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 very intentional before you choose to have children, and why you are having children, and how many children you need to have. Because I don't understand that so pressed why people really feel like they have to have children. But also, like here in my society, which I've seen over and over again, a lot of women, like the sister pointed out, who want to have children, more children, because they think that that is how they are going to keep this man and keep this man check. When that doesn't keep a man. A child does not keep a man. Most children in my society and in my culture really believe a child will keep a man, but it doesn't. And I can see this overly everywhere, even in my day-to-day. It does not keep a man. So when women think that, then don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. And then another thing is that if you choose to have children, if having a child is something that you know you are born for, I will always want to be a mother, have children that you can afford. Have children that if anything goes left, you can take care of that child. You are capable of running that child. You are capable of providing 100% the way you want your child to be provided for, if with or without the husband or the man. And like the other sister said, does it really make sense now? Because some people will say, yes, a wife is really, the difference between a wife and a baby mama, there's a big difference. Oh, she's a baby mama, I'm a wife. But in this case, you're still being left with the kids. You're still a single mother. So it's really like a heartbreaking situation in this situation. But I just feel like this is a very amazing conversation for women, because we need to keep on and continue. And this is why I keep bringing this type of content, because we need to just keep talking to each other, keep bringing it in our head, because we really need to unlearn and unprogram a lot of things that has been put in us and in our society, because it's really deep-rooted. We're scared to be alone. We don't leave toxic relations. Even if the relationship is not working, we stay there. We still hold the relationship down, because 95% of the time, we are the ones that are holding the relationship, when most times these men, they are out already. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this amazing conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. Yeah, on this channel, we are allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So feel free to share your opinion. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead, feel free to share your thought, okay? But please keep it respectful. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this channel and supporting this girl. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Deuces.